Happy Thursday and welcome to the show. It is 6 days till Christmas and 12 days until the end of the year. And guess what? You have been here throughout. And even if this is your first, we welcome you with so much love. If this is your first time, this is Let's Talk. And my name is Lydia KM, and that's Lydia KM on all social media handles.
My name is Dana DeGrazia. It's Hustle Goddess Online. So happy to be here.
My name is Naomi Wamboy, W-A-M-B-O-E, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm feeling so merry.
Mary.
You look merry.
You look amazing.
And
Yes.
I'm Joanne at yamimami.ke on social. I'm so excited for Christmas, guys.
You do not. You look like you're in
too.
summer
I
though.
know.
In
I know.
spring, actually.
Actually, it's summer in December
Yeah, in Kenya.
right?
Very
Yeah,
true.
yeah, yeah.
So
I
you're
love
dressed
that.
appropriately.
exactly.
Yes, some of us are spending Christmas in the cold, so
Yeah.
we can enjoy the sun on our behalf, right?
Personal choice.
It was a personal choice because my family is
Yes.
in the cold. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Very true.
You
very
be
true.
cold with your family.
You gotta.
Yeah, and my birthday's
Gotta.
in 10 days, you know?
I like how she just slid that in.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah, you know,
Like,
I
you're
have
all
to be
very
real
important, but my
casual.
birthday,
I know.
I love all of you, but hide me.
I know we are so excited about this festive season, but you know, your favorite place to be on a Thursday, is here with us. And thank you so much for being here. I hope you're ready because it's time for Hot Talk.
Now, do you know what? I'm really excited to start this one because this is something which I feel like most women have gone through. These like unrealistic expectations which men have for women. And do you know what? It's about time we addressed it. So I'm just going to go through the list.
If one of them isn't something to do with my body,
Okay. Okay.
I'll buy everyone here a shot.
No,
About
it's
a
always
body.
like, I think the expectations because of what men have been taught, like, or maybe what they saw their mom or someone going through.
Yeah.
So let me just go through this. Apologies. My phone wants to do what it wants to do. So the first one,
We expect your phone. We have this
we expect your
expectations for you.
Do you know what were we told? Remember when Najda came on the show? I don't know anyone, a fast phone. So the first one is he needs a friend with benefit but will never marry a girl who has had many relationships, aka he wants to be out here sleeping with everyone's daughter but his own special wife cannot be too touched.
Untouched.
Yeah,
Untouched.
fact.
Yeah.
fact. Although, like these days, I feel like men are becoming more like used to the fact that a woman has had many sexual partners. Like I don't know. I feel like even when
Slowly
I met my
but
husband,
surely.
like,
Yeah.
when I met my husband, I feel like it wasn't even a thing. It wasn't even like oh my god, how many men have you been with? And I'm not saying I'd been with that many men, but it wasn't like a thing. It wasn't like oh my god, you've slept with that number of people. No, then I can't. I feel like
Did you
new
tell him
age
the
men-
number?
Yeah, I told him the exact. I told you in our premarital class you had to
By the
write
way,
down
you had
the name
to.
of everyone you had slept with.
But you can remember all the names at least.
Hey. I mean,
Someone like that blonde guy. That
Sometimes I even walk somewhere and then I see a guy, I'm like, oh,
have we?
I forgot to listen.
oh, exactly.
Yeah, I think that, I think it should be equal, but I agree
There's
with
that
it.
expectation,
And
though.
there's an
Yeah.
expectation.
Yeah, so
But
the
they
sec-
also want the woman to be very experienced, like not experienced.
You want to
but
be
like,
experienced,
yeah,
but
have
not
that-
skilled, not have.
No, be skilled. They want the woman to be skilled, but not
Wow.
experienced.
So who was she getting all the skills for?
Exactly.
Porn.
You sound like
supposed to be
a
watching
job
porn.
interview.
Yeah.
No. Second one, girls are expected to be natural. We love natural girls, but at the same time, we must be super stunning. You can be natural and super stunning, so I don't understand the contradiction
Yeah.
there. But you want that when we walk into the room, everyone's like, whoa.
yeah.
But when you put too much makeup,
Yeah.
put too much makeup, it's a problem.
Yeah.
When maybe you have your weave on, it's a problem.
Yeah.
Okay. But you know, like what I think makes me feel at the most confident is not what you might think is the most natural, right?
Exactly.
I think it's
exactly.
good.
I think it's also like a good example to me is Kim K, especially because she used to be very known for her like nude looks, her natural looks, but really those looks take so much effort.
Yeah.
But men were like, oh my God, why can't you have natural makeup like her? And at the end of the day, I don't think men know enough about what goes into makeup to really dictate it. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, I definitely agree. Like, especially like with women looking natural. I mean, I love the natural look on top of that, but men like try to make us attain to like these certain
It's true.
expectations.
These
The
standards.
third, this is the third. The third one is this is funny. Be committed but not wedding crazy. So you want me to want to be with you and, you know, be solid and everything like that, but don't start getting too much about weddings and babies.
They want their cake and want to eat it too, whatever that saying is. They want it. They don't want to make their bed. Anyways, I'm so bad at these quotes.
They don't want to make their beds.
You know what's so interesting is when I met my husband, who I talk about a lot now that I realize, but like when I met him, he was the one who was kind of wedding crazy because he's like
He was ready. He was older.
He's 7 years older than me, so for him he was just like, I mean,
And you had a baby, and you know, different.
I mean,
But I feel like when the man is the one who's like, they're ready. My personal opinion is that relationships where the man is leading like that are always easier because the woman, you'll be dragging him, you know, whereas when the guy is the one who's leading, it's like, you know, like you're already there.
You're gonna be there.
Yeah, so the fourth one is being low maintenance while looking high maintenance. I'm high maintenance, so if that's your expectation of me, no, I'm high maintenance. As in, I put out so much, so I also expect just as much back. So, but they want you to look over here, but when it's time to take care of you, they need you to like why do you want that 50K hair?
Exactly.
But you found me with 50K hair looking like a bag of money.
Exactly.
But also at the same time, it's like if you are high maintenance, you should be able to maintain yourself. That's what I think. Like
I totally
I feel like
agree.
if a man comes who's able to like help you out, fantastic.
Yeah.
But you should also, you know, it's not that now I have 50K, then I start dating and you're like, babe, you know, my last man was buying me wigs. So you better,
but if you're finding me like this and this does not seem like your tax bracket,
But you've even said it before, though. I mean, Genius Livy over here has actually said it before. Like, anything a guy provides you should be extra. Like, if you're wearing that 50K hair, you should have already been having it.
I don't expect you to, but if you're gonna be the PP, the provider, the, you know,
the
4 pillars of a man, you're gonna be the provider out here.
You got
Then they have it.
Yeah.
But I think that mostly applies in marriage. But anyway, you know, you have to.
But how are you gonna get there?
How are you gonna, it's true.
You
It's
see?
true. Actually, that's a very good point. Anyway, the point is that dating is an extreme sport.
Yes.
In Kenya, especially, but like everywhere around the world, it's even more difficult when you're trying to date someone who is emotionally unavailable. Have you guys ever been with someone who is emotionally unavailable?
Yes.
Do you know what that means?
Yeah, I can kind of tell, but
Like someone who basically finds it hard to receive love and to give love.
Yeah.
Exactly. So like basically they're not in the mental space to be in an actual relationship. And I feel like a lot of the problems that we face, especially even in us, the girls that we get, is that many women are like with a guy who is not available to be in a relationship.
Available.
So I want us to go through a list which tells us what are the signs of an emotionally unavailable partner, so you can know, so you can see it from a mile away and hopefully avoid them and not try to change them, because we learned yesterday.
I feel like I'm going to be an image of this list.
Okay, so number one, they haven't been in serious relationships before.
Oh, no, that's not me.
Yeah.
But that's at
Sometimes.
At what age? You know, at what age are we
I
talking
feel
to?
like when you're like in your late 20s and you've never had a serious
Late
relationship, that's an
20s,
issue.
yeah.
Late
Late
20s.
20s,
Yeah, let's
absolutely.
assume we're talking late 20s.
Yeah, that's an issue.
So yeah, if they haven't been in any serious, or even a sign of seeming like they can't be in a serious
Like they want it
relationship.
to be.
Exactly. The next one, they don't talk about real ish. Like it's always just like surface level things. Let's go drink with the boys. Let's go hang out, whatever. Yeah. But when it comes to talking about like, okay, so what's your outlook on life?
That's even an
What's your
adult
5-year
relationship.
plan?
Yeah.
You know
That's not even
exactly.
emotionally unavailable. That's like toxicity.
Yeah.
You're being used in a way.
Exactly. It's really annoying. Number 3, they're not affectionate, or at least not consistently.
Yeah.
I don't know.
As me, you know I could never date somebody who's not affectionate.
Yeah.
Like, what are we? Body no be firewood, though. Like, listen, I need some warmth out here.
Especially if your love language is touch, which I think
My love language is not touch. My love language is
quality time.
just all of this.
Close.
Okay.
Now,
I'm gonna
kiss.
need, yeah, exactly. But there are some men who are also just not affectionate. You know how they say like Kikuyu men will always be like, this is my roommate. You know,
Yeah.
like
You know, and
But that's
right
our
away-
mom and dad's generation.
And yeah, that is because even like my dad, like he rarely used to like hug us and stuff. Like when we were little, like my mom was like, we kind of had to teach him how to like love and hug us because, and he told me the first hug he ever got from his father was when he graduated college.
Yeah.
Like other than that, he never like his, and then
I
his
get
mom
it.
has passed away. Like,
But what about our
he-
generation, though?
Our
But
generation,
Jasper's
no,
pretty
I feel like
stoic, though.
we-
Jasper's
we're
a
more
very
open.
stoic person. Like, naturally, he's just very stoic. And it took a long time for him to get out of that into our relationship. And now he's annoyingly affectionate at times because we'll be in public places and we'll just like tap my butt or something. But it's like sometimes
Like a
people have
drum?
to work with it. Yeah.
Exactly.
No,
Okay.
yes,
I
yes.
want that.
I'm,
if you've
I'm
never
being
watched
honest.
our show before, Jasper is her
My hubby.
husband.
Hey,
Yes, okay, because they might think who's this just.
I'm sorry. I feel like when I get into a relationship, I don't expect that it's like extreme from the get-go. But somebody who has issues being affectionate and warm cannot just it just can't work.
Yeah,
for me.
exactly. Yeah, so at least you know.
I know myself.
Okay,
yeah.
so the next sign is that they are literally physically unavailable. You send them a text, they reply in the evening. Oh, hey babe,
Dead.
sorry, I was so swamped
No,
with work.
I
Let's chat tomorrow.
refuse. I refuse for that. Because no matter what you say, a text is one of the simplest forms of communication. That's what it's designed to be.
If I'm in a relationship with
Yeah.
someone, no, that's not enough.
You're not even my
whatsoever.
friend if
If
you don't
it's
text.
like in the beginning stages, like where we're talking, like trying to see where it's going, I can say I'm guilty of that. I'm emotionally unavailable. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
or
no,
really.
like you know, if somebody's straight,
I'm not
like
interested.
first of all, like I'm an
not,
adult. I know what I'm trying to get out of the situation which I'm in. If I've seen that there's something which I'm trying to build, or like even if I just see signs like, oh, he seems like a guy,
Yeah.
like
I
I'll
could.
communicate like an adult.
Yeah,
like you ask
exactly.
me where I am, like I'm here, like what's up, when can we meet up? We just have. I'm being open because guess what? I get the chase that let him work for it. But at the end of the day, it's like the incentive is I'm at least talking to you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a little available.
Yeah, actually, when I met my husband, this was one of the biggest issues because he's slightly older than me. It's like for him, texting just was not a thing. But I told him, for me, it's really important. Like, if you can't talk right now, I need you to like say, babe, I can't talk right now.
Yes.
I will message you at this time, or I
Yes.
will call you at this time.
You and me
Yeah.
both.
I think that's important.
You and me both.
And then the other thing is that they think that emotions are weak. So if you ever display emotions, they're like, oh, come on. Like if you start crying or something, or if you seem emotional.
This seems like signs of a narcissist.
Yeah,
Right.
it really
Like,
does.
That's
Yeah.
not just
And it's
availability.
especially if you're like, for me, I'm a very sensitive person, especially when we are like in that intimate space. So for me, somebody who doesn't value my emotions, oh my god,
Yeah.
it's a nightmare.
Okay, another one is that they misunderstand you. So you know how you're having a fight and then somebody says something, you're like, no, that's not what I said. Like, no, that's so annoying.
Or they're not listening to like what you're saying.
Yeah.
So it's like they're just oblivious to what you're saying. So it's like they can't comprehend like where you're coming from. But that especially like when it starts reoccurring is
I
when
don't
it
know
gets
if
really
that's
annoying.
emotionally unavailable so much as you guys just communicate differently. Because Jasper and I are two vastly different communicators.
Yeah.
We really had to learn each other. I feel like that's more about if they're intentionally doing it because they're more comfortable with the relationship being in a fight than being comfortable.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, rushing through the last ones is they
Yes.
call you intense. How many times have we heard that? They are super defensive when you call them out on anything.
Yeah.
They pull away when you try to get close to them. And then the last one is they just don't put the same effort into the relationship.
Oh, yeah.
Like you can't be the only one building this ship that we're going to be
Yep,
sailing
yep,
together,
yep.
That
right?
is crazy. Emotional unavailable partners. Have you ever dealt with them? The hashtag is Ebru Let's Talk and the SMS is 40920. Switching gears a little bit, we have another list. Ways to get along with annoying coworkers. Have you guys ever had any annoying coworkers?
Yeah.
In past, like not your
Past
future?
tense.
All right.
Babe.
Here's
The triple drink.
Okay. Here's the first one. The chatterbox. Okay.
Is that me or you?
Lydia?
It's Lydia.
What do you mean? Lydia all the
Yes, I
way.
know.
You need to be self-aware here.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
see it.
So,
Chatterbox.
so don't risk insulting your colleagues by telling them to be quiet. Rather put the blame on yourself. Like, maybe I can't concentrate when you're talking too much. You know, that's the way I'm going to deal with you.
Yeah.
Okay, the gossip. The gossip. Who's the
We're all
gossip in the group?
gossip.
We're all
We're all gossip.
I mean, that's what
It's
we
our
do for
job,
a
baby.
living.
Guys,
Exactly.
they put a camera up there in the change
Dude,
room.
We're jacked.
don't
We're
cuss
done.
us. Don't
We're
cuss us.
done.
Okay, the delegator. Who would you say is this relationship?
Who delegates
Sharon.
tasks
Like what
and
it's
stuff?
their task and then
Yeah,
they always
yeah.
give
No,
to
I'm a
someone else.
doer.
Oh, no. Technically, it would be Sharon because she's
Sharon.
supposed to do it for us.
Sharon. Yeah.
And
Okay.
we love her.
We
for
love you.
that.
We love you,
We love
Sharon.
her for that.
Yeah, well, that's the last one. So, what about like when people have a job and then like somebody wants to give you their work?
That's
Their
a
work.
delegator.
Okay.
But
But
it
they put- but
depends
push
on
But
it
they're
in what
pushing
way.
it. Yeah, pushing
Yeah.
up
What
on
one
you.
something
I
which I find annoying in a coworker is someone who just doesn't take the job seriously.
Yes.
And them not taking it seriously impacts how you
Yeah,
look.
as a
Especially-
team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like I find that so annoying. It's like
That's my
That's
100% biggest pet peeve in
Yeah.
that I'm I'm not intense. I'm very passionate about my job. I love my job. So I am very like, I'm the one in the group who's like this and that and whatever. And it took a long time to understand that not everyone's gonna match that energy. And it doesn't mean that someone's not just as passionate. They just communicate in a different way. But that is that's difficult to work with when you feel like it's a team thing and you feel like you're the one who like cares more. That's annoying.
Can I now? I gotta be open now. Like that was the one thing that worried me most about like coming to host this show with you guys, because you know, like for you, it's just like for YouTube, because it's me and I'm the one who's the whole team. I'm the editor. I'm what I determine my own schedule, and like if I know I'm gonna be doing a topic like let's say tomorrow, I've researched for like a week and like I know it. But like here, because you know it's so fast paced, sometimes we're talking about it like an hour, two hours, and I was just like, how do these people live like this? Like we haven't had enough time to. But obviously now I've gotten the hang of things, you know.
Welcome to showbiz, baby.
Right? Damn, it's so fast. The tea has to be served hot. Right?
Yeah.
Nobody wants cold tea.
I feel like if you love your job, actually either way, as long as you have the job, I think the way to deal with like, is there an annoying colleague? Yeah, if it's to do with it, I feel like you need to just know that it's work, right? If when you start building personal relationships with people who like then are annoying, then it gets like tricky. But when you see me and this person do not work that well, then what I tend to do is just close the door a bit more on the personal relationship, because when I know we are at work, I'm able to say, this is my colleague, we need to work together, and boom.
Done.
But when you start doing they didn't call me back after work hours, and then, you know, when you start making it super personal, then it makes work even more uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
So if you can switch it off a bit and just understand that they're part of what's going to need to happen for your work, then it's easier.
I think it's different. I acknowledge the fact that I'm an intense person sort of all around. I'm emotionally intense. I'm very involved in the things that I like. So for me, everything is emotional. And I think a way to combat that is acknowledging that emotions do come with things. I acknowledge that you should compartmentalize, like not everything is a personal attack, but like if you are one of those people who, like me, like cries when you're stressed or something, just be okay with it and just be like, okay, I can use this as part of my process to get through things, because the more you fight it, the more you're gonna be embarrassed and it's actually going to hinder you. So acknowledge what your process is and then just make it work for the teammates that you have.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like, first of all, we're women. So maybe you come and maybe like some guy has bothered you.
Right.
Your husband is being annoying.
Somebody's in their period.
Exactly.
What do I have?
Ovulating.
You know, like when you have this many people and they all have different things going on in their lives, when you come to work, you've got to leave a lot of that at the door. Because when we start, like, now I'm addressing you from a place of some guy annoyed you. Now that's affecting our work relationship, you know, and it's so difficult sometimes really to just come and be like, life is great. But one of the things I think helps is to make sure that you draw the line where like your emotional and your family stuff happen and where work begins, so that you can be able to work more efficiently.
Assign the emotions out to where
which
they
can
belong.
be sometimes so difficult to do, because the reality is that you spend a lot of time with your work. You know, sometimes even more than like you spend with your family, because like you can be at work the whole day.
Like 9 to 5.
Yeah, exactly. So sometimes you're like with them all the time, but absolutely boundaries are so important.
Try your hardest.
Sometimes I find it so awkward when like a coworker who you don't know that well comes and starts telling you their personal business, and like you don't know how to respond. So you're like, should I say sorry? Like, should I hug
People
them?
just need
You
to
know, I'm a
unload.
lover. You know, I am an agony aunt. Come, tell me. Tell me your problem, baby. What? Say. So guess what? What's your name?
I know.
We love you, babe. We
Yeah.
love you.
Yeah, like I think that's like the best process, as we can say, is keep it as professional as possible. So even if there are personal conflicts, they won't overtake work.
Absolutely.
Right?
You compartmentalize the situations and the emotions that go with the situation.
Yeah.
If I have a bad time at home with my husband, I can't blame y'all for it, and I shouldn't make the people around me suffer for it, you know? They can't carry the weight of my whole life, you know? That's the thing. They just can't, even though I love these women and they will do the best that they can to support me, and I acknowledge that. But speaking of women acknowledging and supporting other women, we have an amazing Ask the Girls.
Ladies, we're on top. We're on top.
So we have a great Ask the Girls, and it's so cute. we're just gonna dive right into it. She asks, so I have this guy I've been dating for 3 years now, and he had logged in his Instagram once on my phone. So out of curiosity, I just checked it. I found no suspicious messages, but he commented twice on this particular girl's picture with the flame emoji. I told him about it, and he told me I always react to guys with the heart. Guys who are both our friends, but I never comment. I tried to tell him that I never comment on guys' pictures because the kind of guy I have is a possessive one. This happened last night, and he's been quiet and not tried to communicate. What should I do, please? Then she adds, and now I've just seen a text on his Instagram from my phone from a girl he once proposed to. So I feel like this is a perfect example of don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. She went in curious. It's good she didn't find anything on that point, but then I think this is a little bit petty, you guys. It's comments.
I kind of
What
do
do you
too.
guys think?
And for context, this girl is my age. She's 29.
We've talked about this before, like with women snooping in men's stuff or men snooping in women's stuff. Like
Yeah.
once you go looking, you're always gonna find something, but you're gonna find it, but in a way, it's like you're gonna overreact to any little thing that's there because you
Yep.
want to find something.
I agree
But-
with that. Sorry, continue, baby. I'm sorry.
But it said like what I don't get is the one where she's talking about I tried to tell him that she doesn't comment on pictures stuff because I have a possessive
I think she
one.
meant to say, I don't comment on guys' pictures because I have a possessive
okay.
one.
Yeah.
So I always say this from the, don't go looking because you're always going to find something. It's from the space that you're in that actually distorts that. If, for example, as I said, I take your phone and I'm just looking. There's no like, oh, I'm trying to find it. There's nothing. But the reason why you find that is because that feeling, there's
It already
already things that you
existed.
have seen, and all you're doing is looking to confirm. Half the time, if you're suspicious of your man and you think he's doing something, that already is usually enough evidence. All you get is the physical evidence on your phone. And this is my rule of thumb from now on in relationships.
Yes.
If I feel it's wrong, it's wrong. You don't even need us to tell you if this is petty or this is unacceptable. Your line of I don't like it is enough. Is enough. And maybe it's enough not because he's doing something wrong, but maybe you might be in an insecure situation and you're not ready to be in a relationship because you're over suspicious about some very small things. Either way, I feel like when you're not ready, either way, when I feel like when you know it's not right, it's not right.
Yeah.
I disagree fully, wholeheartedly with everything Lydia has just said. And I would like to just
Rebuttal.
give the reasons why. Exactly.
us.
First off, I feel like in her situation, the whole thing just comes across super petty. But she says that it's on her phone. He logged into Instagram on her phone. So she's not even on his phone. It's like it just so happened they've been together 3 years. Probably she's not checked his Instagram. So now that it's on her phone, she probably just like, okay, fine, let me check. So I don't feel like she was going with any like malicious intent and like, just the same way when I go through my man's Instagram, it's not like malicious. Like sometimes I go to DMs and I see a chick has sent him a DM, I block her, and then it's like now she's never gonna
Problem
send
solved.
me. Yeah, problem
Problem solved.
It's easy, it's simple. And in that case, I wasn't looking for anything. Like I was just.
My point was, when you're going to check like that, there's no problem.
But even her, she didn't seem like she was going
Okay.
to check for anything,
But also, you guys, let's sort of switch gears into I think what the more meat of the issue was. She said she didn't find anything, but now the issue is that their comment
fire
on each
emojis.
other, is about like emojis, and he says she's crossing the line because she's commenting on things, and he's crossing the line because he's commenting on things.
I feel like to answer that question,
Yeah.
I feel like that goes back to
Cool,
like
girl.
what Lydia's saying about being insecure.
Yeah.
Like, okay, because what to each their own. But me personally, like if I saw like my man commenting like an emoji or something, like it better not be
It's
no kissy
whatever.
emoji. I mean, he better not be commenting nothing on another girl picture. But at the level that I'm at right now, it's not who I used to be. It's who I am now. If he
Yes.
put a fire emoji, and I know it's like one of his homegirls, by all means, go ahead. Like as long as he's not, oh baby, you so fine, I want you to be mine. Like that's a different story.
Very true.
But it's the level like of insecurity that you're feeling.
Yeah,
that
and
you're
you bring
feeling.
up her problem.
Like just to say, as much as like it may seem petty because it's something which we wouldn't do, but maybe this is like the biggest mountain in your life, and it's something that's really bothering you. I personally have been in a situation where part of like sometimes Instagram is not the problem, or Facebook. It's like it's just another way of someone communicating who they are, right? So for example, if I'm like, you know, out here acting crazy, it will reflect on the things I'm doing on Instagram, right? So sometimes it might seem like it's just an emoji, but like what maybe she's feeling about how he's expressing himself is probably the problem. Maybe she's seen him do, you know, something else. Because if you're all good, you're super secure, an emoji, you wouldn't even look at it. So it's probably something that you're seeing already, and this is just another way you're seeing it.
It's like where there's smoke, there's fire.
Exactly. So sis, we just feel like she needs to do some soul searching, right? And ask yourself, like, where are these feelings really coming from? Because like,
where's it
if it's
rooted?
exactly. And like, honestly, I feel like Instagram has just created problems that we would never have had years ago. Like a fire emoji.
Anyway, people might have been selling dirty telegrams. We don't know.
But thank you for sending in your question, and we hope that you have gotten the answer that you need. Remember, if you have any issues that you want us to talk about, whether it's relationship related or not, it could be anything. It could be money, it could be body issues, it could be mental health, it could be literally anything. Please feel free to DM us on @EbruLet'sTalk_official.
Don't forget the hashtag is Ebru Let's Talk, and the SMS and it's 40920. This one is that we're going to be doing a name thing. So that means you can give us some of your suggestions as well. And today we'll be doing name a few acts which are intimate but not sexual. That's what Dana said. Okay.
Oh, Nay is excited.
Me, one, the big one. Babe, do you want some food?
Oh, that's cute.
That is romance.
What is intimate?
Romance.
What is define intimate, you guys? What is intimate?
Anything that's
Okay, so let me give my
Okay.
example. Let me see. For me, sleeping with you. It's not sexual, not having
actually being
intercourse.
asleep.
Being in bed with you or taking a nap for you is the most intimate thing for me, and it's not sexual.
I think I agree with that, and especially when we are both naked.
Especially
I
with
love it so
post-coitus.
much. I know, and we're just like vulnerable and just together.
I hope you sleep nude every night. Me and my man do.
me
Yeah,
too,
you
yeah.
absolutely. And plus, it's good for your health. I think mine, the most intimate experience that I've ever had with my husband is whenever we take care of each other when we're sick. Like after Jasper's surgery, and he like got wheeled in, and it was like he was vulnerable and he was hurt, and I was just taking care of him. I was like, do you need water? Do you need anything? Like taking care of someone when they're sick is a really intimate act.
But you complained about it a lot.
Not post-surgery, no, not post-surgery, but like the 8 months sounds very daunting.
There you are. There you go.
Sounds daunting. Y'all have to ruin me, don't you?
Another one would be like giving each other massages. I think that's
Are you sure
kind
that's
of
not sexual though?
And
not.
never,
I mean, it
never
can
said
lead
that
to
it did
it.
not lead to
Yeah,
sex.
okay.
Yeah, not by my
But-
man.
By your man.
intimate, like if it, you know.
It's true, definitely it's not sexual.
Yeah.
Technically not. What about the classics of like cooking together?
Yeah.
Like cooking
Yeah,
together
true.
is very intimate.
The what's it like? Cooking together, cute, whatever. But that's nice. But I like when I'm cooking and he's like in the kitchen,
There,
sat down,
yeah,
like
with
maybe
you.
giving me company and we're just talking.
Yeah. I
like
and then
that.
like when I'm done like cooking, I'll just like, you know, when I'm taking a break, I'll just sit on him. We just and then I go back to
I ain't never sat on a man. Let me lose some weight first.
Oh wow!
You have a whole baby.
Another intimate act that I would say is when we were doing our couples counseling, we were told like when you're really mad at your partner and you don't want to see them at all, just sit looking at each other and just look into each other's eyes for a full 10 minutes.
What?
Really?
That's a long time.
Can you just imagine just looking into someone's eyes for
But
10
you won't. You
Especially
will
if
calm
you're,
down,
like, mad or
won't
something.
you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
calm down
will.
and like you just like suddenly, I don't even know. It's just, I would just advise you to try it with your, but yeah.
I also
It really
think-
feels really intimate.
I
Yeah.
also think that exchanging like intellectual stuff is really intimate. Like when he asked me for my opinion on work stuff, I feel like that's super intimate because it's like they respect he respects my opinion. Or it's like when I'll ask him something, he like, you know, getting involved in the things that I love is intimate.
Yeah. Another thing which is going.
Okay, when they like send you texts, like just like I'm thinking
Random
about
thing.
you, a random text.
No,
Or did you
girl.
say random? Oh,
said
random
random
text.
Not random
Yeah, that could be
pictures.
intimate too. Like you know, builds
No,
anticipation.
that
you know,
is
but I love.
actually one of my favorite
Yeah,
things.
like,
I just
I'm thinking of
randomly
you.
in the day, or like I just called you.
Yeah,
and
just-
just thinking, oh,
yeah.
Like
Just
in
to
your,
hear your
in your
voice.
heart,
God.
you just stopped and you thought, oh, let me check on her.
Like,
That's
oh, I
so
love my
intimate.
woman.
This another one as well is, I know this is such a me thing, but it's like when someone shares like childhood traumas. That's one of the things I read that, you know, is like can be very intimate. So I had that conversation in my previous relationship. Like, you know, what are some of the childhood traumas you feel like you went through? Honestly, after that, like it's
Your
a
relationship
different
is-
level.
yeah.
It just feels so deep. I
Trauma
think that's a
brings
good
people
one.
closer.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so when they're comfortable to talk about it, of course,
Yeah.
there's some things that's still too dark. But yeah, I love that
Exactly.
one.
Yeah.
Something else that I do with my husband that I feel is super, I don't know if it counts as intimate, but raising children. Like, I don't know if it
Of
counts
course
as,
that's intimate.
but it's like when you raise a child with someone, or like you have to actually take care of children together, you just get to know someone in a completely different way. Like, you're doing something which you're both invested in that doesn't have to do with each other,
Yeah.
that you both really need for this thing to work out, this thing being your kids, obviously.
Yeah.
But like, you know, figuring it out
Long
together,
term.
like, oh, what's wrong if the baby is sick? Like, oh, what's wrong with her? Okay, you go get this. We should take her to the hospital. Okay, like just that whole process of doing it together, it really brings people together. I completely understand how people think that they can trap a man with a baby. You can't if he doesn't want to
No,
be
if
involved.
he doesn't wanna be
Exactly. But like the process of two people who actually want to be involved in
Yes.
the raising
Yeah.
a child, doing it,
Yeah.
is super. Yeah.
Anything of like intertwining your life with that person is intimate. Like even introducing them to your family is like a super intimate act that's not that shouldn't be sexual at least.
Also, like exercising together, like you and your partner.
I hate
I've never
exercising with
done
my
it together,
husband.
but I've heard it's an intimate thing.
Yeah.
It's
you
intimate
see,
word.
you see, Michelle Obama said that there's a special kind of aphrodisiac seeing the man you love
Yeah.
be good to your children.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Like, honestly, I cannot wait for the kind of love I'm going to be giving that man.
Yeah.
Like, after seeing that.
When
because
it makes-
yes.
yeah.
And for me, the father of my children is like a really big thing because my parents are separated and I know exactly what that like how it affected me. So I always pray really hard that the father of my children is like a really good man who's like, you know, super present.
Yeah.
Whenever I see Jasper take care of his like niece or nephew, I'm like, like it's wonderful, it's beautiful because it's like it's still masculine but it's soft, you know? Because
Yeah.
like being a father is both masculine and like soft. You see a softer side.
What about
Another
praying
one-
with your man?
Oh yes.
Non-applicable to me, but I get how that could come
Yeah.
from.
Oh my God! In my last relationship, we
That's
used to pray
amazing.
like in the morning, like before every meal, even when we are out, like when we're out on a
Yeah,
date,
oh yeah,
looking
yeah.
cute and
Yep.
everything. We're in a
We do
restaurant,
too,
and like
yep.
it's time to eat, and we
Yeah.
hold hands and we pray.
We actually have to hold her.
You would hold hands. No.
Yeah. No.
Jesus is everywhere, Joe.
Yeah. No, but I mean, we don't hold hands like in the restaurant. Even at home, we don't hold hands to pray. At home, you'd hold hands
Yeah,
to pray.
we hold hands. Even when we pray at
Not
home,
every
we hold
time,
hands.
but yeah.
Cute.
You're intensely.
Making
it's
out,
that thing.
making out like you used to, like back in the day, like when you first met. That could be intimate.
But
like,
isn't
you
that
know, like making
sexual?
out.
Out.
It's kind of sexual, but kind of not.
But I guess
That's
it's
sexual,
it's-
babe.
But I think I know what
But
you
like
mean.
the
It's
one-
like middle school.
yeah,
kissing.
middle school kissing.
Just like the kissing, which you then have
Yeah.
in hands under
Yeah.
clothes.
Yeah.
Exactly. We're just
still do that?
kissing.
You could try it. Try it with your husband.
I mean, if I'm alone in my house, it's not gonna end there. But
Yeah.
like in public, sure, why not?
There's one
It's the
time.
movies.
Yeah, the kissing which does not directly lead to intercourse is always really good.
Yeah.
Like one time I surprised one of my ex-boyfriends, like, you know, all like lingerie and stuff. But like I met him at the door and I think we kissed like for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like just kissing, like nothing like gropey or
Yeah.
anything. So deep.
No, those
So
kisses are definitely very deep.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm
going
getting
to
the
beach,
chills.
Going to the beach.
Outings.
Outings.
Yeah. I think organizing anything is both annoying and intimate. Like
No, I can't.
What?
you
with
can't organize
organizing
with your
things.
man.
I can't. I just don't like it.
Yeah, me
It's
neither.
not the thing that brings
Yeah.
me like intimacy
Joy,
and
yeah.
joy.
For me, it's just like, let's finish. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's get it
Yeah,
done.
yeah,
Like,
let's get
yeah.
it done.
I feel like especially with kids, I mean, it's just like,
yeah.
listen, we got to get these kids in the
Yeah,
van
we
here.
gotta, like,
Another
this is
thing
kind
which I heard that's really good when it comes to relationship is to write to write a bucket list together, like a relationship bucket
Yeah.
list. One which is like, you know, of normal things to do, and another one which is like sexual, like the things you'd like to do, like, you know, and like you just go through them, and it's so exciting,
Yeah.
like when you're taking those things to get.
Yeah.
Are you?
Great idea.
Yeah.
Do I have
feel
my pen with me?
That's really
You know,
intimate.
when all these things we've mentioned become so important are like times in your relationship, especially if you're married and you're like together in the same bed every day, they become really important when you cannot have sex. So like right
Yeah.
after you've given birth, like you can't have sex for like a while. I mean, you can't have intercourse, for a while. Or like if you get a UTI and you're told you can't
Yeah.
be intimate for like, and then you have to find other things to do together and be like,
Yeah.
you know, that's where you know if you have a real relationship or
Yeah,
you don't.
there was a time. There was a time last year. Lydia was around. You guys weren't. I had issues with my kidneys, and it was causing me really severe back pain.
Oh, God,
and so you remember, and it was horrible. I didn't figure it out for like 2 months. And Jasper took care of me, and we watched movies together, and it was really helpful. And it's like when you have to figure out like ways around things.
Yeah.
Like planning your life is intimate.
Yeah.
Just is.
Another one, which I don't know if this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but for me,
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah.
if my man is going through something which, you know, obviously a difficult thing, my man crying in front of me is really intimate.
I don't hate it. I'm not. I don't.
I find
Second to
it.
think about that.
I find it profound, like, you know, and it's like, you know,
It
you
is
can tell this is a
intimate.
guy who's like finds it hard to cry, but he's letting out his emotions in front of me.
Yeah.
I feel like that is so intimate.
It is
mean,
intimate.
yeah, if like God
You can
forbids-
have it in any way after that. Like,
But like in a love-making way, I feel
But
like.
I mean,
Whichever way you want,
he can't be crying over the littlest of
that's
things,
what I mean.
like,
I'm
No,
talking
no,
about
no,
like
no.
this is an occasion when, like, you know, something
Yeah.
really difficult has.
okay.
How would you
gone
feel if
through.
a guy cried after intercourse?
Why is he crying?
Cause it was so good.
Like, you know, why?
I think
he's crying
it's
because of the guilt of
like
cheating on you 2 days
emotionally
ago.
overrun, right? Like emotionally overrun. I've
It
never had it
depends on why.
happen
You
to
would
me,
need to be
but
really clear why.
yeah.
Are you gonna stop him crying? Could you just tell me why you're
No,
crying, babe?
I'll be like, what's wrong?
Yeah.
Explain. Use your words.
Use your words. And he's just
No. And also, when a man is crying, like, yes, cry, but I don't need all this.
yeah, an ugly cry, an ugly
Light
cry.
tears would be good.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what?
The quivering, with the smile though. Lydia, you look like a crazy.
I was trying not to.
This guy's at a funeral. This guy's at a funeral. No, I've been in a relationship where I loved when my man cried in front of me because it was this kind of
Was it
intimate.
often?
No, it wasn't often. It
Oh,
was just
okay.
like once in a while when he was talking about like his dad who had
Yeah.
abandoned them, you know. Then I've been in another relationship which I mean it was an emotional abusive relationship, and he would basically just cry often
As a tool.
and it would often be when like I've brought up an issue that, you know, I want him to rectify or something.
Yeah.
Then now it's like using it as like okay, now this man is crying. Are you gonna
Now that's it's like a
that's
weapon.
definitely abusive.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, especially if it's like, you know, I've addressed something, you don't want to take accountability, so you cry to divert attention to
Yeah.
the thing. No. Yeah, I feel like crying is an intimate. There's somebody who I dated before, and, you know, super macho, and we weren't actually together, so it was like one of those friendship-based experiences.
Situation. Situation.
And some, like, he had so many things that happened at once, and then when he came, he just started crying, and it wasn't like
Wait, when he
it was like
climaxed,
howling. No,
when he came.
what is with you and this crying after sexting?
I was just like, wait,
It
what?
was like, you know, after
When
we
he
had
came
just
over.
chilled, whatever, blah, 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 and then he just started crying when he was talking about, like, you know, some things that he went through, and it wasn't a bit. It was like,
Big
I
tears.
think the rain is like, he cried, like, you know, I gave him tissue. Tissue finished. I went to collect more. I thought, like, can he have my towel? Like, it was howling.
What is the appropriate response? Okay, you like
You
hold him.
No, don't hold.
You put him
Tissue,
against your
no,
bosom.
tissue.
No,
Tissue on top.
What? That's not intimate.
No, you don't want. You need him to let it out first.
Oh, okay.
So
That's the thing.
You're gonna
I feel
be
like
alright.
that's the pat on your back that like
no,
I
because
don't
you're a girl.
Okay,
But
so you
when
want
a man
me.
is already being vulnerable,
Yeah.
like you don't need to intensify the vulnerability anymore.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just picturing Lydia like buck up. I
I know.
After like, and the thing is, yeah, we were unclothed.
Unclothed. Oh my gosh, you have heard our intimate but not sexual activities. Can you name some for yourself? Hashtag is Ebru. Let's talk, and the SMS is 40920. Now we're gonna go to a little game time.
Ladies, we're on top. Hey, we're on top. Hey.
So for the game, we are doing a spelling bee. So we're gonna see.
Maybe
how
one word
smart are
each.
you?
I think
Do
give
I
us
read
each.
them?
No. I think you give
Don't
us
read
one
yours. Okay, I'll read for Joe. Y'all read for each other.
each. Okay. Okay.
All
So
right, ready, Joe? Oh, these are hard. Entrepreneur.
E-N-T-R-E. E-N-T-R-E. P-R-E-N-E-U-R.
Oh my God, you're so smart.
I am. That's
you're
true.
So
That's
smart.
true.
Is
that
right? Smart.
Yes.
Right.
Why you guys looking at me like you're like
No, you are so smart.
Another one?
Ooh, I'm gonna challenge you now. Camaraderie.
Come and spell it yourself.
C-O-M.
Already wrong.
Okay.
It's actually C-A-M-A-R-A-D-E-R-E.
Camaraderie.
Yeah.
Camaraderie.
Yeah.
Okay, should we do to each all of them? Okay.
The third one, playwright. Since when?
P-L-A-Y-W-R-I-G-H-T.
Yes, you are.
Naomi would know how I got that one.
I would have.
I saw her like,
No, I thought you weren't going to say
So
W.
go and read from
okay,
read
fine.
from
Let me
Dana.
read for Dana. Okay. Lieutenant.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
L-I-E-U-T-E-N-I-E-N-T.
Wrong. Sorry. The I-E at the end should have been just an A.
Ah,
Okay.
lieutenant.
Cancelled. Next one. Perseverance.
P-E-R-S-E-R-V-E-R-A-N-C-E. Perseverance. I feel like
No.
I added a new.
Yeah, no. There was no R before the V.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
added
sorry.
a whole
Okay,
vowel.
one last chance to just like redeem yourself. Sacrilegious.
Sure, you have no one.
I'm so sorry.
You're gonna ask that before
Sacrilegious.
orange.
You can just stop even at this
Yeah.
moment if you'd like.
Okay, yeah, first of all, I don't even know if it begins with an S or not. S-A-C-R-E-L-I-G.
Wrong. Sorry. Sorry, babe. Also wrong.
What can I say, I guess?
Okay, fluorescent.
Fluorescent.
Oh, make sure she doesn't see.
F-L-O-R-E-S-A-N-T.
You're already
No.
wrong. Next.
F-L-U.
F-L-U-O-R.
Yeah, it's fluorescent.
Fluorescent.
I'm even trying to read conscientious.
C-O-N S no C-O-N-S-C-I
Yes.
N stop, you guys are scaring me. S-I-O-U-S?
Nope.
No.
Wrong.
It's a
It's a
T.
T.
But you were so
Yeah.
close. Damn it. Okay,
Hey,
next one.
okay.
Dang, that's hard.
Hierarchy.
That
Hierarchy.
one's easier.
H-I-E-R A-C-H. Why?
Hierarchy.
Oh, hierarchy.
Okay.
It's okay.
Oh, you and Dana say
Hey,
what's up.
I've lost.
Hiya.
What?
This is why we got spell check.
Miscellaneous.
M-I-S-C-E-L-L-E-N-O-U-S.
No, it's L-double-L-A.
Sorry.
Reservoir.
R-E-S. Reservoir.
Yeah.
R-E-S-O-V.
No.
I am not smarter than a fifth grader.
Nomen.
Huh?
Nomenclature.
Okay, if
Yeah.
she can't even read it.
Nomenclature.
Nomenclature.
Or
Okay.
hemorrhage.
Hemorrhage.
Yeah.
H-E-M-E.
No.
Hemorrhage. Oh, there was an O.
There was.
We sound
I think it's
so
clear
scared.
who the winner is.
Joe. Joe.
Thank you. Yeah. When you pay money for education, it's not for nothing.
Yes.
It's not for
Mom,
nothing.
it was mine was for nothing, but it's okay.
I know,
it's
But
okay.
aren't you here prospering
I'm
with
here
a job?
prospering.
Yeah. At least I graduated.
Well done, Joe.
Thank
Well
you.
done.
Thank you.
Do we have any final ones? Intimate acts? And what's it? We can say the ones like, in friendships or something like that. Or even from anyone that's not sexual.
Talking about childhood trauma is definitely a deep, intimate
Yeah,
friendship
that's
act.
intimate.
In friendships, helping a friend through a difficult situation.
Yeah.
Like she's being beaten by her man and then you went and you got her out or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Is loaning someone money an intimate thing?
It can be.
It
yeah.
can be.
right?
It can
Like
be.
I feel like it takes your friendship or your relationship to a
Yeah.
whole different level when you
Yeah,
give someone
because
money.
like money can bring such stress to someone.
Yeah.
Like, so when you ease that for someone, like, it's not even about the money itself, it's easing that stress.
Or
I
it
think
can
that's
teach
really
you who your for real friends are.
Oh yes.
honestly.
Yes,
Oh yes.
a lesson or a blessing. I think one is when people do things for me that I haven't asked them to do, like for like just anything, like you know, you just thought about it, just yourself, and you
Like
tried
bringing
to do
you a samosa one day.
Oh, you bring me a samosa. Yeah.
Me and not bringing me a samosa.
Yeah, I think when you
Salty.
think about your friend, you know, because a lot of friendships, you know, you kind of let them kind of die out. We'll see you at brunch or some, you know,
Like in
but
2 months.
Eventually.
when you think of your friend, like you know, just like that from nowhere, and just do something beautiful for them, I think that's a really good one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree.
You have one?
I can't think of one.
Going to Wine Wednesday together.
Oh yes,
We
talking
haven't
about our
gone in a
drinking.
minute.
Drinking.
Okay, no, we went last week. You guys went last week.
Yeah, we did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we hope you have absolutely enjoyed the show, and we hope that, especially our intimate acts, I hope you can try some of them because they've helped us in a lot of our relationships.
Amen.
Anyway, we can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. Please be here at 6 p.m. for the weekend starter. My name is Lydia KM, and that's Lydia KM on all social media handles.
My name is Dana DeGrazia, Tasso Goddess Online.
My name is Naomi Wamboy, WAMBOE on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
I just wait for the day you're gonna mess up.
I know.
I'm Joanne at yamimami.ke on social. See you guys tomorrow.
Bye.